Welcome back. Oh, the school is getting done. Oh, it's working so hard. I think I sped this up. Yeah, times 2. That's fine. I'm not gonna be too crazy. Running at times 5, that's okay for a duration, but you need to make sure that you have everything in order to be able to do that. I just realized that I don't have much forest coming in, wood coming in. Maybe I just need to actually harvest some stuff here, but I like this. It looks good. But I could harvest this area, yeah. Let's get some laborers to actually gather. We could gather everything. We could gather stone and wood too. Thing is, yeah, this area I could gather. I try not to get too much at once. I try to keep it, you know, reasonable. I might actually want to gather this up. Because as far as I know, the hunting cabin works better with open areas. Maybe getting rid of the trees is a good thing. You don't want to be collecting materials like that if the villagers have to walk a long distance. Because it gets very inefficient and they actually start freezing before they get there. And they pretty much have to go up, go out, chop down one tree and then walk back. And that's very inefficient. School done soon. Oh god. It's only 60 out of 80 whatever build it is. Nails or hammer swings. Still, it still has a progress bar, you see. That's the total of all of this. But this building, that's like... You need to build this much on this building. Okay, so it's done. Now we need a teacher, and anyone can be a teacher. So just dedicate one teacher to that. And when the kids get 12 years old, I don't know, at some age they will be students and then they will be adults. If you don't have a schoolhouse, you will never get students. So that's how that works. Geez, I need to focus more on forest, and that I did, so good. We will collect some forest and these guys will warm up. Now this snowflake doesn't mean that someone is freezing. This means that the house doesn't have firewood. It will take a while, depending on what clothes you have, until citizens actually start freezing. So I will be fine for now, I guess. So this just means that they can't go here to warm up. They can go to the neighbor to warm up, and these guys have some firewood. And this is also a problem, since I'm so low on firewood. These guys have firewood, but they won't share with this house because it doesn't work like that. They're not distributing. It's late autumn and it's already snow. I got early snow. Why don't we just skip this, I think. Yeah, let's let them reproduce. Oh, by the way, I might want some... Yeah, this hunting cabin. I can build houses around here. I might just want a couple of more houses close to the school. That's good. So the kids don't have to run excitedly too far to see their friends. Oh, so innocent. Let's just do that. I have 3 buildings queued up. That's probably pretty good. Did I put more? Yeah, foresters. Let's see how the foresters are doing. 91 last season. It's starting to look good, actually. I think 150 or so is better. The herbalist is actually full, so she will probably go doing labor work. And that she does. Yeah, she's chopping down a tree. It's very smart, this system. It's a very well-programmed system, I can tell you. It's not 100%. I think this game is too much of a challenge for this system, even though it's really good. When you get a lot of citizens, it will be inefficient. Okay, so now they have 1 person there and 3 people there? It will be 2. Yeah, 2. Okay, so they distribute equally with the workforce. So that's good. How are these doing, actually? 720 already? Ah, jeez, these will be very efficient. I think I would keep the rocks here, just for safety. I will have to have a quarry. I will have a quarry over here or something. And then I need to build mines. Something that I like to build pretty early when I feel like I have... when I have my resources made for me, you know, when I have a good income and everything, is a town hall. Or is it called that? Let's see. You see, you have every building from the beginning, but you can't really afford to build them. And if you build them, you need workers to work there, and you also need to use the resources for that. So you have to be respectful to the fact that you might run out of resources and therefore die. So you don't want to do that. Town hall. That's it. It's a very big building. And it takes a lot of resources. And I might just build it here. This is actually a dead zone, so to speak. It's just an intersection. But it doesn't collide with anything. The hunter is even outside a hunter cabin. So why not here? A nice grand building. It's kind of on the outskirt. On the outskirt of the village. It's gonna look pretty good. I'm not gonna build buildings around it anyway, so maybe a small house there or something. I don't know. But I don't want to go up here too far, because I think as long as nothing is within this area, it will reduce the, you know, effectiveness of the hunting cabin. But if I build within this area, it will slow down. We seem to be getting a fair amount of food from that anyway. So it's 960, that's pretty good. Although, again, this one so far gathers 720 in less time than this gathered 560. So you need to have efficient positioning and efficient workers. Let's see, we don't have any students yet. There will be students as long as they grow up. I think that even though some of these children might be of age to go to school, because they already were at age to go to school when the school was finished, they won't go to school. They will not be educated. So you kind of have to have education on all the kids, and when the uneducated parents die off, you will have an educated village. Anyway, I just realized that this will take a lot of materials. I do have the materials, so that's fine. The logs, though, I will be gathering as I go along. And that will take logs from, instead of making firewood of them. But I think I will have a good wood income now, because they haven't really gathered these yet, so I think we'll be good. Let's see. This is starting to gather. Okay, I need some babies. I think that at least a third of your citizens should be children. Around a third, I would say. It depends. I count as people die around 80, by the way. So I think that a fourth should be children. A fourth should be children, and a part should be students. Yeah, it's hard to say. They spend about a fourth of 3/4 of their life being adults. Therefore, 1/4 should be kids. That's how I count, and kind of makes sense, because if you keep about a third or fourth of children, you won't have fluctuating numbers of adults. I mean that if you have, I have had too few kids. I think I will have at some point more people dying than people getting born, because I didn't build more houses. I waited a little bit too long for it. But that's fine, we got houses now. Now you see this filled up with people, and these will so soon fornicate. People are getting older, and the thing is that I have a lot of people around 30 now, I see. And these people will pretty much die at once. And that's a problem, because yeah, I do have a fair amount of young people, but I know I will have a lot of adults dying at once. But luckily these adults are still capable of producing kids, which means that these guys, when they move out, they will produce more kids. But when they get up to like 50 or 40, they won't produce any kids. Wow, I'm throwing a lot of information at you, I feel. I didn't know I knew so much about this game. Now, there's so much to this game. It's incredible. Oh, 24 chickens so far. Good, good. How are the hunting cabinets doing? 720. Woohoo! 480. I think these will be pretty much equally efficient. I think maybe I should gather these. I don't know if the rocks does anything. I like this. This looks good. Although these looks like rock, and let's pretend they are. But just along the walkway you have some rocks here, you have some trees. This could be more detailed, but I don't know. It just creates an atmosphere. It looks realistic, even though it's not. So the individual texture per se aren't that way aren't that well sewn together. And they're actually not that... Yeah, they're pretty detailed, but they're not that well sewn together. And they actually don't blend that well. But, you know, on a medium distance like this, it looks really good. And the village and the outskirts here, where they have the forest cabin and gatherings. I get all nostalgic for some reason. I like feel like being a kid around here. It is hunting cabin. Imagine just coming here with your father and just spending time, or your uncle, or whoever. Because you don't have internet again. With internet, you don't need to do anything, you know, like that. This is going slow. What is it that I'm building? I think all the laborers are busy doing what I told them to do with the trees here. So if I want to get this done, I have to prioritize it. Otherwise, they will chop down all the trees and then they will start clearing this area. Although the builders are currently actually laborers. They need to be laboring this place before they can actually start building on it. But they won't labor because they got other laborers things to do, I guess. That's my way of explaining that. Ooh, more houses. Okay, so these guys moved in here. They will start repopulate soon, even though, yeah, they're young. Doesn't matter. Let's see. It's this is a very good location. Let's see. We can actually build a trading port here. Maybe down here. That's the best spot to put it, because I don't think I can put it there. Let's see. Let's take. I always forget where these things are. There they are. Market, trading post. I don't think I can build it there. No, you can't do diagonal things. I'm pretty sure I can build it here, though. Oh god, no. Oh no, I can't. Jeez. Okay. Oh, I can build it there. Good. That's almost as good. As good, I think. It's closer. You want a trading port because then you will have people with rowboats coming here and they want to trade seeds and stuff. And this is also something that is important. At the beginning you start off with no seeds, so you can't plant anything. At easy difficulty you will start off with seeds, which means that you can actually do farms. And this is something that you might want to start off with, but since I want to get Gatherer's Hut and hunting cabins going, I wait with farms. I mean, they're efficient because they produce as much food as most other food gathering places in half a season, because they only grow during summer and they gather everything in the autumn. And during the winter time, the people working on the farm will be laborers, but they will still have gathered pretty much as much food as any other food gathering building does, but during just half a season. So what I will do here now, where are the thing, food, yeah, farm, there. We will have a farm going, and that the small children can run around and be happy. It can be at maximum 15 times 15. The bigger it is, the more worker it needs, and the more crops you can grow on it. See, we're starting to get more kids now. That's good. No students yet. That's alarming, because that means that we get a lot of old population and much less medium aged. Oh well, okay. It'll happen sooner or later. I'm gonna just let things happen now, because we're doing well on food, we're doing well on everything. We just want to make people age a little bit. And this is the time when you can just look and see things slowly getting done. Do we have... Yeah, we have logs and firewood now. I think I'm gonna increase the firewood amount to 200 now, so we buffer up just a little bit more. Let's see. And this, yeah, this have all the logs that it needs soon enough. And yeah, logs are running low, I figured. Hey animals! Hey pretty animals! Hey pretty animals! You're eating iron. That's weird. And they're not afraid of people. They just decreased in... Yeah, just got less of them. I think this might be because... Yeah, let's see, sunny weather. No, I probably just walked... Oh my god! Okay, she killed him. That's actually outside the area. Oh, interesting. Well, that adds to the gathered food. Okay, so sorry for those pictures, people. I hope you weren't, you know, I hope you can sleep at night. Oh, the stones. Okay, why not just, let's just gather this, I guess. Gather earthing from there. This is a good location. I want to keep from gathering from big areas again if I don't have to. This should be something that you do as a last resort, or if you actually need to clear area. But I like building villages inside of a forest, and they just clear the trees or rock that are where you build the buildings, and I think that makes the village look better. Like this, you have trees going around. You can always plant trees indirectly by building a... Oh, the farm is done. You can build a forester, like in the village, planting trees, only planting trees, and they will plant in an area and you can remove the building. Not the most obvious way to do it, but that's the best way. Oh, schoolhouse, because I don't think you can actually plant stuff otherwise. No, you don't have an option to plant things otherwise. This is taking longer than I thought. That's why this is part 3 now, and I'm actually running towards part 4. Anyway, the town hall is building. This is very good. When you have the resources for this, which I had because I got a stone from somewhere, you get so much information with this. And you also have to chance, if I get nomads wanting to move out into my village, I might just take them because I didn't build houses again. So I got a little bit too slow of an increasement in population. I might just take in nomads. You see, I haven't got a laborer in a long time now because, you know, it's too slow. And also, it might be worth pointing out, during this entire time, I'm gonna put out a chat, so to speak. No, that's that. Look at this. A child was born. You got... has become a student. All the information is right here. And I don't think anyone died yet. Oh, I was supposed to just tell you that people died, but I remember we have no one over 35 here, I think. Yeah, everybody's just 36. Woo! You're the oldest person in this village. Yeah, 36. The oldest person. That's interesting. They will all die at the same time, unfortunately. Unless they die from an accident. Which is not categorized as a disaster. People die randomly from accident, even though you don't play with disasters. Our population is growing pretty slowly, so you can actually dedicate one person to doing this, and this will actually yield something. And you have to define the crops. And again, if you play on hard, you don't get crops from the beginning. Now I got corn and pepper, which is random. You can get like 10 different or 20 different crops, or whatever it is, to grow here. I like peppers, so why not? She will grow peppers there. And you can have another farm and grow corn on that. They will gather roughly the same amount of food, but again, the variation is the plus side to having different kinds of seeds. Also, it looks good. They have different looks, all of them. Yeah, but they yield pretty much the same thing. And also, if you have disasters, you might get like bugs storming your corn or whatever, and then you have to plant something else there. And if you don't have anything else and plant the same thing, you will have a very high chance of getting those bugs bugging you again. I feel like I throw a lot of information at you. I just keep talking about information. I don't have any time to do jokes or enjoy anything. I just... so much information, because this game is so well done. Again, it has so much sides to it. It's incredible. Okay, so we don't need to... well, logs, we have 500, we never reached that. Herbalist is still at 100. We can gather more herbs, maybe. You can actually... I can... since the herbs gather so fast and the citizens rarely need them. We can actually stock up on it. Oh, I forgot. My barn, 62% full. You need to build more barn. They will still put the material outside the barn, and I think it will despawn if they don't get room for it. I'm not sure, but I think maybe. Oh my god, I forgot about tools. Oh god. Okay, we have a lot of stone, so this is also something that can wreck you. If you don't... Oh god, I'm panicking. If you don't have tools, everything will slow down, and you will end up, you know, having to get materials for people to get... you have to get materials for tools, but people don't have tools, so they will gather it super slow. They will still gather it, but it's like 10 times as long to gather without tools. It's crazy. I'm not sure about this, but it gathers a lot slower. We can actually look it up, this awesome help thingy. Let's see. Bridges, stock market, tons of, I know it's tools somewhere. Production food. Let's see blacksmith here. You can make new tools. Citizens need tools to do any work other than carrying goods. Oh my god, okay, so they might not do anything. They will work much slower. No, they can work without tools, but much slower. And resource production will be severely limited. The more work that is done with a tool, the faster it will wear out and need replacing. So you can build tools using iron and wood, and that will make iron tools. You can make steel tools by having a mine and gathering coal, and that's the only way I know how to get coal, unless you buy it from a vendor, which is very expensive. And then you can make steel tools, which are very, they last longer and are better. And since we are doing this tool thing now, we actually need to do a tailor as well, so people can actually get clothes, because we have a lot of leather, but we don't have a sewing person. Or a tailor. Sewing person. That's the new word for it. And see, my village is so nice. I like the position of the blacksmith, I think. Just imagine, you know, blacksmith, and behind it it's forest with animals and rocks. And, it feels like I want to walk around here and take a look at everything. It's fascinating. Oh, right. The town hall is done, and you see this is the same information that you get here pretty much, except more. You get homes, the amount of homes and families. You see, I have 14 families. So if I build another home, I will have one family in each. And a family is created when two people are of age. They kind of pair up. But even if they can't move in together, it still counts as a family as far as I know. I'm not sure. Again, this game has a lot to it. But what I know is if you have more families than homes, you need to build more homes. But you shouldn't do it too fast. If you do it too fast, they will populate too fast. Oh, I have 15 kids now and 5 students. See, I still have the same number of adults. That's a problem, because they haven't increased, which means they have been old for a while, which means they will die at the same time. Clothes, 87%. People are running out of clothes. I actually had 0 there for a while. Educated, 46%. That's solely the 5 people that are actually educated. Why it's 46%? I think that people actually start up with education sometimes. But if you never educate people, they will be very inefficient compared to how well they can work. Makes a big difference. Production, this is very good. Here you can modify all the limits of the resources you want gathered. And this saves some time, I guess. I think I want 100 tools. Now, 70 tools, that's good. Close 70 as well. You don't use that much at the beginning, so let's just put it at that. Alcohol, I never used it. I don't know why. My people are always happy without it, so that's fine. But here, produced and used. That's probably the most important thing. If you see, produced last year, I got 5,000 food, but I only used 3,500. So I get a lot of plus in food. For the rest, it doesn't matter really, because you kind of, if you are lacking something, the people will slow down building, but that's not a disaster. You just prioritize those resources and you try to get people gathering them, iron and wood and firewood wood and whatnot. Just try to get as much as you can, but when it comes to food, if they don't have that, they starve fast. They all die fast. Inventory. This is also good to see. This is the barn and everything combined. The different kinds of food. I have a lot of venison. That's good because I can actually sell that. Graphs here is just increased. This is the problem here. Population has been stiff for a while. Let's see. We do get some more children here. Slowing down, but now we get some students, adults. We had exactly the same amount of adults for a long time, and yeah, that's again a problem. Every time now and then there will be nomads coming to my city and want to live here, and then you have to make sure that if you let them live here and you don't have enough food, oh my god, I need to put the guy in my blacksmith. Now we can create tools, and this will actually be pretty fast because I have the iron and I have the wood, so yeah, they will get tools pretty fast. Anyway, you have nomads, and if you take in too many at once, you might end up running out of food and everybody dies anyway. So you should only do that if you need them or can take them. Trade items. This is what you never start off with. I start off with apple, cherries, corn, pepper, and chickens. On medium difficulty, I think you might get one of these or two of these, but you don't get chickens. If you start out on hard, you get none of these, and these help you start off. For example, chickens have provided me with eggs for a long time now. Now it's actually starting to provide me with a lot of eggs. The more chickens you have, the more they increase, of course. But you don't want too much chicken. You want people to eat different kinds of meat. Gonna see if we can buy some other livestock. Maybe cows are cheap. We need to build a port for that. So when a trade item, I don't know why it's called trade item. I guess it because you trade to get them. It's very expensive actually. You buy seeds, and when you get the seed, which is very expensive, you can always plant them, and you never lose that. When it comes to chickens, if I didn't have this pasture, these guys would die off, and I would probably lose that. I wouldn't be able to put any chickens in there. Wow, so many chickens. They're so happy, so they're spread out and they're putting eggs there and they're gathering it. That's so nice. Oh, let's remove a builder. I only have one labor. I had one labor. So again, because of the students will soon become adults and will be able to start working, and that will be that will be making things easier. But again, as long as I don't run low on food, I think I will be fine. Let's see if we can have some trading port. Oh god, market, trading port. This might not be the best time to build it. Let's see, we don't have the stone for it, we don't have the wood. Let's not do that right now. I think we need to maybe build a quarry. I could also actually do... Again, I don't have many laborers. Let's gather up all this stone that is in range here, because we'll be doing that sooner or later anyway. We could also gather all this stone. Because why not, you know? At least on this side. There we go. We actually need it, so... Those resources, I would like to be able to trade more of those. I would like to be able to have a steady trading route maybe. So that I always know... Because the vendors that come, there are 3 of them. And they come 1 each year. And they might not bring the resources you want. You can ask them to bring resources, but it just increased the likeliness. Oh my god. It just increased the likeliness of them bringing that resource. Then you have to trade it. And they won't trade iron and stuff for food, for example. They will trade seeds and stuff for food, but they need, for example, clothes or herbs or tools for iron and stone. But I wish you had better trading there. Could be expensive, but just get a continuous income of that. Having quarries and mines are actually pretty inefficient. You need a lot of workers in them, and they tend to die every now and then, and you know. it's less efficient than you would want it to be. For some reason. I don't know why. Oh gosh. This guy don't have... Oh, we need wood. Are these guys... Oh, right. Now, you see, I don't get that many logs because they don't have tools. A few of them don't have tools. So this is the bad circle that I talked about. We could actually... We could cut these woods down. Let's see. There we go. Some things have the same icon. It's sort of confusing. Let's take down some forest. Oh, right. And I put all the laborers, or the few laborers that I have, on gathering a lot of stone now. Oh, okay. We will be getting logs. So I think that's fine. Early spring, it will be summer. They won't be using too much to firewood. Let's decrease that to 100 now, so we don't use every log. You see, everybody is running out of tools. And I actually had every single citizen not having a single tool. So it's not a disaster. It makes it very inefficient. You need to correct the issue fast. But it's not an absolute disaster. Now I prioritize this area because I'm chopping down wood from there. So let's just do that. So it did provide me with a few more tools. Now I'm 7 short. I was 10 short. Come on, people, get the wood down. The few people that have tools, 6 tools short. That's fine. But it also means that I don't have a buffer. So anyone that runs out of a tool will have will have no tools. So getting a buffer is very important. I have 3 there now, and 7 is needed. 4 and 7 is needed. Perfect. Starting to catch up. Oh, okay. So now I can start making clothes as well. Oh God, I need some students to become adults now. I have 2 builders. I need sort of 6. 6 would be most efficient, so I'm behind there. And I have 2 laborers, which is nearly nothing. You want much more laborers than that. Okay, so most people have tools now. Good. Starting to catch up. I actually have a lot of logs and firewood and everything. And it's starting to get summer now. Okay, so we got this. We got this figured out. Let's get a worker there. We only have 1 laborer now. But then again, everybody doesn't have anything to do. For example, if they reach the cap on the woodcutter, they will start doing laboring work. So that's good. This looks so good. You just imagine this. This is how it looked back in the old days. I won't build a hospital. You could, but it's just not necessary. Not if you don't have disasters. Also, the well is just to put out fires. And again, since I don't have disasters, there won't be any fires. But again, you should start off like this. You should start off with easy, because you don't know how to play. And when people start aging, you should build a cemetery too. Chapel, I never build that. It's supposed to make people happier, but even on hard, they don't get sad, so they need a church. And who would ever be happy with believing in a god? I don't understand. Well, I'm not religious. Okay, so this is getting 800. That's... is it 2 people? Yeah, it's 2 people, so it's pretty good for 2 people. These are getting less. Oh my god. Okay, this is actually 2 in the same spot, so I guess this is... in total, it's more. But yeah, needs more people. Maybe I should actually remove one of these buildings. I mean, if you have 1 building, you get, say, 100% of what that is capable of. And if you get another hunting cabin besides that, they will share the same area, but you will get more out of it in total, although it takes more workforce. So maybe I should just put something else there that goes together. A herbalist? No. I don't know, really. You can't really put anything with the hunting cabinets. And again, having workers that are inefficient is this game's... it's where you die with this game. So I don't want that. Let's see what my phone just said. It vibrated. Woohoo! Le Roche has subscribed. Interesting. Now that person will know exactly when I recorded this. If he watches the video, of course. Okay, finally. This has scattered venison. Venison, it's called. It's because the hunters have killed something in this area, and laborers from here have somehow gathered that venison. Anyway, we get chicken, we get leather. The leather is also from the deer. We get chicken now from this. More chicken and eggs. Perfect. Because this is full. This is actually more than full, so they will kill 2 chickens here soon. Let's see. Let's see, Mr. Herdsman. Let's see. This is just a kid, by the way. He's like, 6 years old. What? You're not gonna... Job? Wait. Oh, job, child. That's a good job. Here's the herdsman. Yeah, that's the herdsman. He will kill something. No, he gathers eggs. He will kill something soon. I'm pretty sure. Kill something. Kill a chicken. Hit it in the head. Kick it. No, don't do that. That's actually too true. Oh, now he killed him. Oh, removed him. And now instead we got chicken. No, 44. Wait. Up. He killing. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what he did. We got 4 chicken from that. I think they need to gather it. Let's see. I think they're feeding them actually. They're not killing anything. Oh, okay. Sorry for that. Oh yeah, they are killing something. They haven't gathered this chicken yet. I got a couple of chicken. How come? They will go and they will leave it. I can watch his inventory. Ah, he's carrying chicken. Very little of it. Huh. This will be efficient. I'm sure about it. It provides eggs and chicken, so it will be good. Right now it's a bit slow. Okay, so now we got a good amount of stone. We get a good amount of iron. We get a good amount of really, of logs. And we still have 26 adults. Let's speed it up for a while and let them age. We got 8 students now that will... Some of them will soon be laborers, and you don't know how important each and every available worker is. I mean, if I get 2 laborers, I can fill up. I can gather so much more forest because these guys will be educated. I got another one now, so I will do 1 more in the Forester's Lodge. This will increase my wood getting with a lot. So yeah, that's great. This is very glitchy. It's a kind of an insight how he does this. Let's see. So he has from the beach, so to speak, from land, he has a diagonal animation going here, and this repeats and I guess transforms over time. But here the land turns and the river that is supposed to use this texture goes this way, so it has to stretch out to the other side because this river is wider than it's supposed to be. So it's very interesting, a little insight of how it works. See, this also messes up all the way up here. God, so much messy. Well, that's very weird. Let's see how much this provided. Yeah, this provided just 200 pepper current season. So far, it's time to gather it, and I only have 1 farmer. I would need 4 to make this maximum efficiency. And I think that some of these will die because it will get too cold soon. So if you have enough farmer, they will plant stuff, and when they have nothing to do here while this grows, they will be laborers. And then when it's time to farm it, they will do that. And then during the winter they will be laborers. So these are very efficient. Same with the fruit trees, I think. Yeah, maybe I should mention that. You can put down orchards, I don't know, where you grow apples and stuff. Okay, so we got a lot less stone here now. All this stone would have disappeared eventually because of the Forester Lodge slowly gathering it. But since we have the laborers just gathering it all up, Now they will start planting trees a little bit faster. No nomads. Let's see. We need more adults. Oh god. But you see how well this is going? Now I did play on easy again. This would have been an I would have been able to do this again because I wasn't really depending on the chickens and resources really to be able to do this. I would have been able to do it again still, but it would have taken so much longer. I really wanted this to be not too many parts of an episode, so that's why I did it this way. Played it on easy. But eventually I would have to have a harbor here, and I would have trade. I always traded venison because I get so much of it. You see, I have 1700. I gather up so much venison and I trade it for seeds and animals. So yeah, that works. Otherwise, it depends on the vendor, I think. I think you can always trade that for animals. Otherwise, I trade it for other stuff. Yeah, herbs is really good. This is also something, since it's auto-gathered and one citizen is pretty effective, you can actually build a lot of herb gathering and you can use them just for trading. I don't think they spoil. You can actually increase this like a lot just to have them. Something I would like now is my barn. I guess, yeah, it's 69% full now. Maybe it's time to build another barn. You can also build a marketplace that requires workers, but the marketplace will be as like a barn, but I guess it will be more effective. I don't know, they will still use the barn, but the marketplace will be a place for the citizens. If you get a marketplace in one part of the village and another marketplace in the other part, I think the people working within the marketplace will distribute the resources, and that's what they're used for. But you need so many workers for it, and it's not always efficient anyway. But that's the solution to that issue that happens with very big villages. But again, it's very hard to balance. This is a hard game. Again, it's a very difficult game. Oh, it's only one person living here. Maybe you should, you know, move in with her. Brett, that should be a female. That's a female, isn't it? I don't know. No, wait, that's a female, isn't it? And that's a male. No, I don't know. Forget about it. I don't use those signs really. Late autumn, and she can still gather this. So this has provided me with 380 food so far this season. So that's pretty good. It's a 29% yield so far. If I had more farmers, again, these would have been planted faster, therefore been done by autumn, and they would all gather it, so it would have been 100% yield. So it yields 400 so far. It would have yielded 800 otherwise, or more. Now these will actually die off, you see, when it gets too cold. So we lost them. That's fine. You don't really suffer from it. What more? I don't know. I think I'm all stumped. All stumped. Maybe I've covered everything. Oh my god. Yeah, so yeah, you got a market here. Very interesting. Then you can build tunnels as well. That's, you know, sort of interesting because you can't build road on any kind of slope or terrain. So you have to build a tunnel. See, I can't build a tunnel there. I mean, so you can't build anything there, I guess. And bridges for water. You can actually make very long bridges, I think. Let's take a look here. I'm not sure, but yeah, you can build a bridge there. It's a very long bridge. It doesn't take that much resources, but it will take a long time to do that. That's pretty cool. So that you can do. I think I covered everything now. Upgrading houses to stone houses. You should be doing that eventually or over time, slowly, one house at a time. If you build stone from the beginning, you will be expanding very slow. I guess you could start. You just have to keep focusing on gathering stone to upgrade the houses. The problem is when the house is done like this, if I want to upgrade this, they don't upgrade a house. They tear the old one down and they build a stone house instead. Meaning that the people living there have to move out. And a good solution to this, I guess, is the last thing. It's boarding houses. See, so we don't... Yeah, we're out of range. This is actually pretty good. People won't... they won't fornicate in here. They won't get more citizens in here they will just live here if they need to. So they have firewood in this building, and they have and they can live like 20, 50, I don't know how many people, but a lot of people can live in there just to have a place to live. So that's pretty useful. When you try to upgrade houses, they just whoop, go there, and then when the house is done, they go back. Just make sure you have resources before you start upgrading, because as soon as I press that button, this house becomes unlivable. Or very soonish, they will have to move out. This is going really well. Yeah, this is a good yield. From 2 people, that is. If I had twice the people in here, maybe it would have been twice the yield. If they were educated, it would have been even more. You need to be educated, gather berries, I think. Yeah, I guess to recognize them, maybe. Oh no, more dead animals. This is pretty, you know, open and boring now. Let's see. The venison, yeah, it's gathering pretty well. I'm thinking about how open this area should be. Now it's very open, but it does gather. Let's see how this is doing. This is doing slightly worse now, I think. Maybe I should tear one of these down, because this takes 2 people and is less efficient. And I don't really need... Because when I have more people than I can use, I should be doing this. Maybe I should just tear this down. Yeah, I can do that. To tear these things down, you just... Cancel removal, that remove structure, you just do that and they will start tearing it down. It's already marked, so the workers in here has already gone over to other places. See, they're redistributing, and this house will be picked apart by builders and then put back into storage by laborers. I am guessing you are impressed by this game already, because it is amazing. It is really amazing. And I think I have played on this map for now 1 hour and 54 minutes. It's looking pretty good. I think this is one of my better villages. Now this was again easy, so it's been a bit faster. Maybe I should just end up by showing you my biggest village. And you can see how I failed at one point with the distributing of materials. Yeah, I'm gonna show you that. So, oh, we can almost fit everything. Yeah, we can fit everything. Woohoo! I got everything in here. This is my entire thingy. I think we have a map as well, don't we? Wait. Yeah, you do have a map. Save camera location. Oh, that's pretty good. Important town. Oh, that's pretty good. So you can jump back and forth. Yeah, I like that. There's the map. This is the map. Look at it. Okay, I guess you can do this. Oh my god, a lot of lakes. Yeah, so you can't really see... Yeah, you can see some of your village, like a gray there, but it's very small. How come it's so small? I guess you could put it there. It's not that much in the way. You can see where you are. But I think you need that when you get a bigger village. Like this one that I'm going to show you now, because we're going to be leaving this and say, oh my god, this is so fantastic. I'm always going to be remembering this. That's why we're going to save it. And we're going to save it on a new save. See, all the menus are so nice. I really like that. This is the village. I think this is my latest save on my biggest village. And this is pretty much wrecked because I got problems with the distributing again. You're gonna see why, I think. I think people are dying or freezing. Or maybe I just... Yeah, it looks like I actually saved it, sorta. I was up to 500 people, and now I'm down to... Let's see. I'm down to 246, so 250 people have died. And what I'm trying to do now is, while people are dying, I'm redistributing every... Oh, right, I actually... kept going up here. I actually had a small village up here and everything just collapsed, so I had to stop everything. Now the problem you run into here is, first and foremost, these mines that I use to gather coal, that I use to make good tools in, need to have a laborer getting the coal, otherwise they just gather up coal out here. And what happens when you gather up coal is well, it doesn't get used. And if you use the laborers to do something else, they won't gather the coal. So I wish that the miners themselves would just go and stockpile the coal. But now they don't, so you lose a lot of coal by just disappearing, or I don't know. So you don't get tools done, which means that you just your tools, you don't have tools. You can't gather anything, and that also kills you. In this case, I actually think I accepted some nomads. I think I accepted 48 nomads. And right after that, everything just died. It was ridiculous. So this is actually not my latest save, but my latest save. This is the latest save I have, but it's I got further in this. Anyway, look at the fishing. This produces 549 fish on 4 workers. It's just not that much. 305 on 4 workers. So this I would rather be putting into maybe this. Let's see if this is... yeah, this is 800 on 2 workers. Let's see these farms. This is, by the way, disasters and everything. This has produced on 4 workers 987 on half a season. And this is expanding. This is sheep that I get wool from, so I make good clothes. A lot of cows. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. I think this should be at least medium. Yeah, at least medium. Maybe. No, it's medium. It's actually medium. But I didn't start off with any animals. I didn't start off... yeah, I started off with a couple of seeds, I think. It's medium. But it is disasters, but they never happen. That's why I have a patient doctor hospital here. But this is how villages look when it's been going on for a while. This is dead people. 113 out of 144 graves filled. And the funny thing is that that's not my first graveyard. What you do is, when this is full, if I just tear it down, the tombstones will still last for a lot of years, but they will slowly go away. And you can build a cemetery like that, and then wreck it and build a cemetery somewhere else. And when these despawn, you build one here again. So a lot of people have been here and died. This city has seen a lot of trouble, and it's actually year 27. This might not be... this might not be after the purge. This might be actually before everything went south. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe I just overwrite it. I probably played for 2 hours and got a lot of citizens, and then just everything went south. I think this crop field has been subject to a bug of sorts. So I had to plant wheat here instead of something else. And by the way, this is the trading port. You fill this up with things you want to trade. So this stuff isn't available. I have an inventory here. Everything I have I can put in here if I want to. And that will trade for some stuff. And the trader arrives every now and then. Again, once a year, a random trader will come. And you can place order on that vendor. It doesn't mean that he will actually return with the wares, or he'll do that in a couple of years. But let's see, purchases. I don't know what's the difference with trade and purchases. Purchase, I meant. I don't know what's the difference. Maybe this is just auto thing. So if a vendor shows up with iron, I might be able to just trade it instantly. But anyway, you fill up your inventory, and when a trader comes, this field will become active with whatever he's got. And these things all have a value. Leather is worth 10. So say he wants to actually trade me for leather, this will be worth 10, and his wares will be worth 5 maybe. So I can trade. I have 50 of these, so this is actually worth 500. Wait, is it? Yeah, it's worth 500. And if he has something that, you know, I can trade it for twice as many pieces. I can trade something that is worth 5. 100 pieces of something that is worth 5. Oh my god, so hard. My jaw is getting stiff now. 2 hours. Huh. And you see, one by one I upgrade these houses. I was a little bit late to building stone houses. You kind of need them to not run out of fuel. Coal is also a fuel, I realized, which means that they will use coal, and you can't decide what they should use, as far as I know. I can't tell them to use firewood. I kind of want them to use firewood because I can get a lot of logs, make them into firewood and use them in stone houses. Would be fairly efficient. But again, I can't use that. They use the coal instead, but I want the coal to be used for tools. So there's a few issues with this game, but they're mostly late game, and I guess I could have built or planned this village better. I guess I could have. See, this guy gathers like between 330 and 550 berries and roots, and there's 2 of them here. Yes, it is 2 of them there, but they gather so many. Let's see, wood, 171 wood. This is less efficient. So far, pretty much nothing. Hunting cabins. This is the problem. This is way too much trees around here. Still pretty efficient because I have an educated. Oh my god, this gathered 1200. This is not so dense. I guess that makes it okay, but it would have gathered more, I think. I'm not sure how those works yet. It doesn't seem to really pan out with what the information or with the help thingy says. Everything is stone roads, stone houses. These guys are. This house doesn't have firewood because, again, they try to use coal for that. There are coal lying around here, but no one is picking it up. That's for the laborers to do, but they might be busy with other stuff or be at the wrong side of the village. And that's all of the problems. Maybe I should just put more people into this. 6 of them, trying to distributing the stuff. I think I might actually need to put a market over here too. I have a barn. There's no. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of things you need to think about, and the worst games you can probably have is when you get a really, really bad terrain. That's probably the hardest. I mean, if you get a bad terrain, it doesn't matter what difficulty you play on. It's so hard to plan because you need big areas like this to be able to have gatherers' huts and herbalists and foresters and stuff like that. If you don't have that, you will have to walk so long to be able to gather something that you, the citizens won't be able to do it. So anyway, this is my best game so far, and I'm happy I saved it here because this is salvageable. I can actually restore this, and I think I have all the houses upgraded in my last save, but again, I think most people are dead at that point. So anyway, this is how it looks. A bit more late game. Gets later than this, but it's a lot of balls to keep in the air at once. So you've been warned. This is a hard game. Play it with caution. And you guys have a really nice day. Thanks for watching. Now I really need to rest my jaw. Maybe with editing. I see you around. Have a really nice day. And goodbye.